Alright, sorry for cutting that last video short. I had to check on what the heck the noises were. It's extremely windy out here in the country. There was a door that slammed, and so yeah, I shut everything down and locked the doors. And alright, so we're moving on. The last video was discussing the interstellar objects we have going on. We have a lot going on. The sun flares, the supermoon in Taurus, Scorpio season, the Earth traveling through the Pleiades debris. So I broke down a lot of that psychologically, and so yeah, this video is the science of magnetism, how Earth, the body, and the zodiac create one electromagnetic symphony, and highlighting the northern lights, Earth's mirror of consciousness. So we're going to be getting into the Earth's electromagnetic field and our own, as well as the cosmos. So have a lot going on. I wish I was in a geographical, whatever. I wish I was in a location that I could see the northern lights, but I'm not. I am landlocked in the middle of Indiana. So, all right. So, the Earth's electromagnetic field, the planet as a living circuit. Earth's magnetosphere is a vast teardrop-shaped plasma shield generated by the movement of molten iron in the outer core, a natural dynamo. So yeah, I've been getting a lot into the elemental practices of psychology, the Native Americans, many different systems, many different cultures. People got into the elemental, get into it, I should say, the air, earth, fire, water, and ether. Lately, I have been extremely interested in the ether with lucid dreaming, integrating your own masculine and feminine energies. It has a lot to do with that. So once you get down this path, it's a lifelong journey, but once you get to a certain point, you start understanding the elements of ether very deeply and electromagnetism, understanding how, the feminine element of magnetism works. So that's kind of currently where I'm at in my own journey, intellectually and through embodiment. So just a little, preface there. All right, so the field does three things. We're talking about the Earth's electromagnetic field. So the field does three things. It deflects solar radiation, cosmic plasma from solar flares, shapes auroras, visible where solar particles spiral along magnetic lines into the poles, and then establishes the Schumann resonance, a global standing wave that vibrates roughly at 7.83 hertz, the same as the brain's theta state, deep relaxation, and dream frequency. So earthing is scientific. It's, trying to ground ourselves back in the feminine on every level, individually, collectively, is extremely important in this day and age. We have fallen away from so much. All right, so when solar flares or coronal mass injections hit, the magnetosphere vibrates like a drum. This geomagnetic storm subtly shifts blood flow, melatonin cycles, and heart rate variability in humans. Our own biofield synchronized with the planetary pulse. So the science of magnetism, energetic thesis, coherence equals efficient energy use within ourselves. Incoherence equals noise and leakage. Psychologically, state-dependent cognition. Thought quality follows physiological state. Calm body, integrative thinking. Stressed body is black and white thinking. Attachment and coherence, secure attachment, internal or relational, increases heart rate variability. The heart rate, I don't know if it's like, this weather is like seriously crazy. Like, not just even learning about it or talking about it. Like, I don't know if that's like thunder. It sounds like thunder. The wind is insane and it sounds like thunder, but it's like making me feel like there's farmers. No, that's just straight up wind. So yeah, I'm like out on a farm, and so it's like when it's windy, it's like really freaking windy. I'm not surrounded by huge buildings. It's just wild. All right, so I'm hearing things. I'm very attuned to my environment. I'm extremely ADHD, if you cannot tell internally, normally, but I'm videoing, so it's coming out. But yeah, there's a lot of like thundering noise and wind going on. It's kind of freaking me out. All right, so value congruence, when behavior contradicts values, coherence collapses. When aligned, magnetism strengthens. So to practice this, 5 minutes a day of gratitude, specifically, three concrete sensory gratitudes. So gratitude is a huge Venetian. We're in this. I'm talking a lot about the Venetian energy. We had the supermoon in Taurus, so Taurus is a very Venetian sign, obviously. So we are right now currently being reminded to get back into the feminine, grounding, stabilizing ourselves emotionally. And yeah, gratitude is a huge thing. Language hygiene, replace should with must, with I choose and I value. Taurus is the I value, all about your values. All right, so ask yourself, where does my calendar betray my values? Which daily micro ritual, tea, skincare, stretching becomes my coherence anchor? So yeah, this is a really wild time to be working on psychological, spiritual integration individually and collectively. The human biofield, the body as a micromagnetosphere. Your heart is the body's largest electrical generator. Each beat creates an electromagnetic wave measurable several feet away. Coherent rhythm produces harmonic standing waves around the body. The Taurus field, the Taurus field. It's yeah, it's like the deeper you get into this stuff, it's like you realize how, the electrical magnetic fields are extremely important, stuff we're not taught in school. These waves interact with both the Earth's field and the solar plasma streaming through space. Coherence is slow, rhythmic breathing, gratitude, and love, which organizes magnetic fields into symmetry. Incoherence is stress and fear, which produces chaotic interference patterns that waste energy. Essentially, emotions are electromagnetic data. They carry charge, frequency, and pattern, and the body's field broadcasts that pattern into the planetary and collective field. When enough coherent hearts resonate together, the magnetic environment of Earth measurably shifts. This has been observed by the Global Coherence Initiative using magnetometers around the world. So astrology is field interference, planets as harmonic modulators. From a physical lens, astrology can be seen as resonant entrainment. Every planet emits and reflects electromagnetic waves. So this isn't just psychology and myth, it's legitimate science and facts. Not just metaphorically, but literally through solar plasma interactions. Gravitational resonance, plasma connectivity, and light polarization all contribute to field modulation. When astrologers speak of aspects like trines, oppositions, and conjunctions, they're describing interference patterns. where planetary magnetic and photonic fields combine constructively or destructively. Your natal chart is a snapshot of those interference patterns at the moment you become an independent oscillator, the moment of birth when your heartbeat synchronized with the Earth's field. How Earth, the body, and the zodiac create one electromagnetic symphony. So that was just the introduction, and now we are going to be breaking this down a little bit more. And sorry, I do apologize. My younger child is sick. I feel like I am catching, I don't know, my throat is extremely dry right now. There's a lot going on. Apologize. So I'm going to try to get through this. So Earth is not a dead rock floating through space. It's a living, resonant organism, wrapped in a magnetic cocoon that breathes into rhythm with the sun. The magnetosphere, a vast teardrop-shaped plasma shield generated by molten iron currents in Earth's outer core, acts like the planet's heartbeat and nervous system. So the deeper you get into psychological integration, the deeper you realize how nervous system regulation is absolutely imperative. So anyways, it performs three essential functions. The magnetosphere. Deflection, it shields us from solar radiation and cosmic plasma, diffusing flares that could strip our atmosphere. Transmutation, it channels charged solar particles into the poles, painting the sky with the aurora borealis and the aurora australis. Resonance, it establishes a standing electromagnetic tone, the Schumann resonance, vibrating near 7.83 hertz, identical to the brain's theta wave, like I said earlier, linked with deep relaxation, intuition, and dreaming. So when solar flares or coronal mass injections strike, the magnetosphere trembles like a vast drum. The auroras are its visible music. Glowing curtains of light born with solar particles collide with atmospheric atoms. Each color corresponds to a specific altitude and element. Green from oxygen, around 60 to 150 miles high. Red from higher altitude oxygen, purple and blue from nitrogen's electric shimmer. These lights are not random, they are Earth's biofeedback, the visible signature of cosmic voltage integrating into matter. They occur most often when solar storms, like we are currently having, heighten magnetic activity, meaning the Earth's field. And by resonance, our own, it's more electrically charged. When the auroras intensifies, human physiology subtly mirrors it. Heart rate variability increases, melatonin cycles shift, altering dreams. Emotional catharsis rises, tears, laughter, and insight. Nervous systems oscillate between fatigue and exhilaration. And I'm totally feeling that right now. Like I am apologizing, I'm all over the place. This is because our bodies are tuned to the same field that the auroras illuminate. We are not just observers of the lights, we are the lights refracted into flesh. Science, psychology, and spirituality. How the auroras teach coherence. Scientific view. Auroras occur when solar particles funnel along magnetic field lines and excite atmospheric gases, converting electrical energy into photons. Psychological translation, your emotions work the same way. When solar particles, charged experiences, enter your inner atmosphere, they can either burn out through stress or transmute into insight, light. Emotional regulation is your inner aurora. Energy turned visible through awareness. Spiritual understanding. The auroras reminds us that illumination is not born from avoiding impact, but from metabolizing it. Like Earth, your task is not to block experience, but to translate intensity into beauty. You are your own magnetosphere, shielding, conducting, and radiating the sun's voltage through the language of feeling. It's certainly, I think it's like storming outside, actually. It's just insane thunder. It sounds wild. All right, so when you see the northern lights, imagine each wave of color is a frequency of consciousness integrating. Red grounding into survival, green harmonizing the heart, violet awakening intuition. They are chakric weather on a planetary scale. Energy thesis. Coherence equals efficient energy use. Incoherence is noise and leakage. When the planetary field vibrates smoothly, solar plasma enters harmoniously, fueling auroras instead of chaos. When our inner field, the nervous system, is coherent, emotion becomes insight instead of reaction. Psychology of magnetism. State-dependent cognition. The brain's ability to think clearly depends on its resonance with the body's state. A calm heart rhythm produces balanced, integrative thought. Stress fractures this resonance. Thought becomes binary and fearful. Attachment and coherence. Secure connection, whether internal, self-trust, or relational, safe love, stabilizes the heart's magnetic rhythm and your nervous system. This increases the heart rate variability, the physiological marker of adaptability, intuition, and empathy. The heart rate variability turns into intuition and your which also affects your magnetism. Value congruence. Whether your behavior contradicts your deeper values, your field fractures. Whenever they align, your field strengthens. Coherence becomes magnetism. So you can ask yourself, where does my daily rhythm feel disconnected from the Earth's pulse? Which relationships, habits, or thoughts drop my magnetic frequency? Which simple ritual reconnects me to the field? Breath, touch, gratitude, movement. The human biofield, the body as micromagnetosphere. Your heart is the body's largest electrical generator. Each beat creates an electromagnetic wave measurable several feet away. When coherent, it produces standing harmonics around you. Your aura in a scientific term. These waves synchronize with the solar plasma and Earth's field, forming a feedback loop of light and matter. Emotions are electromagnetic data. They are not good or bad. They are currents to be guided. You're both conductor and instrument, learning to let energy sing instead of scream. When enough coherent hearts resonate, the Earth's magnetic environment measurably shifts. Global magnetometers have recorded coherent spikes during synchronized meditations, eclipses, and even mass emotional events, proving what mystics always knew. The human heart is a tuning fork for the planet. Astrology as field interference, planets as harmonic modulators. And I'm going to get more comfortable real quick. As long as I don't bust my chair or the microphone. All right, now I feel better. That's my Capricorn moon coming out. I need to be comfortable. All right, so from a physical standpoint, astrology is resonant entrainment. Celestial bodies as oscillators of plasma and gravity whose combined interference patterns shape energetic conditions. When astrologers speak of trines and oppositions, etc., they are describing constructive and destructive interference, how planetary magnetic fields combine to amplify or dampen each other. So, thus, astrology is not fate, it's field literacy. The planets are not commanding you, they are playing with you. And your coherence determines whether you hear it as noise or music. The northern lights, Earth's mirror of consciousness. The auroras are the visible song of magnetism, a living metaphor for the soul's journey. Scientific view. When solar particles follow magnetic field lines and collide with atmospheric atoms, they release photons. Fire transform into color. Psychological translation. When life's charge experiences enters your atmosphere, you either can block them or transmute them. Your emotional field is your aura, energy made visible through consciousness. Spiritual understanding. Illumination is not born from avoiding impact, but from metabolizing it. Like Earth, you are not meant to shield forever. You are meant to conduct. Each wave of experience that once felt too intense can become auroral art if passed through awareness. The northern lights whisper, "To shine, I must let the storm touch me." Red Auroras reminds us of grounded survival. Green expresses heart coherence. Violet reveals intuition rising through the crown. The whole display is chakra physics on a planetary scale. When solar storms paint the sky, your nervous system paints too. The tremble in your chest, the creative surge, the dream that won't leave you. These are your auras glowing inwards. Synthesis, the aurora within. The auroras are the Earth's visible prayer, solar fire transformed into color. Likewise, every moment of coherence within you, every breath, act of kindness, word of beauty, is your own inner aurora, translating chaos into light. When you feel your chest pulse in gratitude or awe, imagine this truth. I am the northern lights of my own consciousness. Solar fire becomes love as it passes through me. The cosmos speaks in voltage. I answer in color. Science, psychology, and spirituality, the three lenses of the field. Auroras show the magnetosphere converting voltage to visible light. The stronger the coherence, the smoother the glow. Psychological human coherence works the same way. The nervous system transforms raw emotion voltage into insight when grounded in safety. Spiritual. Venus, ruler of harmony and beauty, governs this law. When rhythm replaces resistance, chaos becomes art. The Venetian field isn't passive attraction, it's electromagnetic artistry. The heart transmutating current into coherence. Thus, science and mysticism finally agree. Magnetism is not mystery, it's rhythm embodied. All right, so now I'm going to get into the Venetian wealth current. So I think I hammered all of that pretty in depth. Now that I've lost my spot once more, here we are. I'm going to skip a little bit more, actually. All right, so the Venetian wealth current, due to the super moon in Taurus, we are in a Venetian type of phase currently, although we do have a lot of other things going on. All right, so magnetism over will. And then I'm also going to break down after this, I'm going to get into the grand water trine we have in our sky currently, and that's going to be a very deep video within itself. And then I will get more on the Taurus Scorpio axis. I noticed that you guys enjoyed that Taurus Scorpio axis video. So after the Grand Trine, after this video, after the Grand Trine, I will break down Taurus and Scorpio even more. So the Venetian wealth current, magnetism over will. Wealth is not accumulation, it's circulation. Money, intimacy, and energy flow the same. Law is plasma. They move towards conductivity. A fearful heart hoards. Static builds, field constricts. A coherent heart circulates. Charges flow, and the field expands. That's why Venus rules both pleasure and resources. The same current expressed through different densities. Psychologically, this current reveals the hidden truth behind manifestation. This is not New Age. New Age, it's all about willpower and all of that jam. And the real teachings are about magnetism. So you don't get what you want. You get what your nervous system can hold, what you can contain within yourself. All right. So Taurus, Venus's earth sign, roots this current in embodiment. Scorpio, Venus's exalted polarity, test it through transformation. Together they teach. Taurus wealth begins in the body, safety, stillness, and sensuality. Scorpio, power begins in surrender. Release, death of control, rebirth through trust. Every act of trust widens your field. Every act of control compresses it. When Venus travels through Scorpio, which is what is happening currently, love, wealth, desire are purified through fire. Attachments surface, obsessions unravel, and shame dissolves. Whatever you cannot receive without fear will transform until you can. This is Venetian shadow work, learning to feel safe in the presence of power. The psychology of magnetism. So I wanted to go over the the Auroras. I thought that was a beautiful way to start this video. It's just comparing comparing the earth to our own individual bodies, and I don't know, I think it's a pretty good comparison of how beautiful it can be when we finally get ourselves regulated, comparing that to the Aurora. It's a beautiful thing. So to understand magnetism, you must understand the psyche. Magnetism is not emotional bypassing, it's nervous system regulation in real time. Psychological mechanisms affect regulation. The capacity to stay calm while feeling intense energy determines attraction quality. Too charged is repulsion, too flat is no draw. Attachment repair. Secure connection inside equals magnetic congruence outside. So that's like, I think we're really experiencing this collectively right now. Cognitive alignment. Thoughts that contradict feeling create energetic noise, which is incoherence. When your thought, feeling, and behavior oscillate in the same rhythm, your field locks into harmonic phase with the earth. This is psychophysiology of grace. That's why magnetism feels peaceful, not frantic. The psyche reorganizes order. You become a living aura. Emotion refracted into meaning, pain transmuted into beauty. Emotional electricity, water, memory, and frequency. Water is the most conductive element in both physics and mysticism, and the human body is 70% water. Within the water are trillions of exclusion zone microcrystals, structured molecules that store and transmit electromagnetic information. When you experience gratitude, these microcrystals align, forming coherence. When you experience fear or shame, they fragment, creating static that distorts perception. This is why the Venus current is felt physically. A rush of warmth when aligned, a chill or tightness when out of sync. Emotion is electricity, intuition is conductivity. Both rely on water's crystalline intelligence to move through you. So when you weep, bathe, or stand under rain during a solar flare, you're literally conducting planetary change through your own water, cleansing your biofield the way Auroras cleanses the Earth's sky. The heart is a wealth generator. Your heart's field can entrain other hearts up to 10 feet away. When coherent, it organizes chaos into rhythm. This is why calm people stabilize rooms and anxious ones distort them. This phenomenon is measured through the heart rate variability. High heart rate variability is adaptability, creativity, and openness. Low heart rate variability is reactivity, rigidity, scarcity mindset. You cannot fake heart rate variability. The body knows truth by rhythm. This is why integrity, keeping small promises, aligning action to value, increases magnetism faster than affirmations. Every time your word and deed match, your field gains and amplifies. Venetian practice calibrating the magnet. Nervous system gratitude. Instead of mental list, feel gratitude semantically. Name a texture, a smell, a sound you love. Let your heart's rhythm slow. Wealth breath, and this is all the Venetian Taurus energy here. It's what it's reminding us to do. Inhale for 5 seconds, exhale for 7. This ratio entrains the vagus nerve to Earth's 7.8 hertz frequency. With each breath, imagine drawing auroral light into your chest and exhaling its calm gold. Embodiment check. Ask yourself, can I feel pleasure without performing it? Where to go? If not, the nervous system is in performance mode. Reset with touch, warmth, or stillness. Shadow dialogue. When jealousy, control, or fear arise, ask, what need are you protecting? Listen, then meet that need consciously. Magnetism mirror. Stand before a mirror, hand over heart, and whisper, I radiate coherence. I circulate peace. I am safe to receive. Repeat until the eyes soften. That's your field. That's your field opening. Venus, shadow, and the alchemy of receiving. Venus's highest lesson is not love, it's receptivity. To receive beauty without guilt, support without suspicion, love without performance. This is divine magnetism. But receiving requires trust in the unseen. It means allowing the field, the same ether that conducts solar light into auroras, to carry what your mind cannot control. That's why during Venus and Scorpio and the Taurus supermoon, shadow work becomes sacred currency. You cannot attract what you secretly resent or fear. Every shadow integrated becomes available energy. Every wound loved becomes a magnetic node. The more you allow your heart to be seen in its truth, the more the universe harmonizes around it. Because in truth, the cosmos doesn't respond to your words, it responds to your wave form. And coherence, not confidence, is what bends reality. So, closing reflection, the heart's aurora. I'm going to have to give my vocals a break. The northern lights are your mirror. Each solar flare, each ribbon of color is Earth showing you what healing looks like. How to take voltage and turn it into beauty. When your nervous system learns to do the same, to meet chaos with coherence, emotion with compassion, shadow with awareness, you become a living aurora. Your field glows unseen but felt, a spectrum of peace, strength, and invitation. You are the light that doesn't burn, the magnet that doesn't chase, the song the sun hears and answers. The Venetian field is open. The auroras above your intention. Let's see, where was I? The auroras above your initiation. The magnet in your chest is ready to hum with the cosmos. All right, so the next video is going to be about the grand water trine in Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, emotional magnetism, and the psychology of fluid light. I'm going to check on the dates here. So we have Jupiter in Cancer. So the date of the trine peak is November 17th of 2025. So we'll have Jupiter in Cancer, Saturn in Pisces, Sun Scorpio, Mercury Scorpio, and Venus Scorpio. So that is going to peak on November 17th. So I wanted to get ahead of that so that I can do my own integration practices. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry for cutting the last one short. Yeah, I didn't know what was going on. It's really windy. It's like slamming doors and all kinds of things. I had to shut everything down. So anyways, please like and subscribe. It certainly helps my small channel out. Check my ebooks. All of that all of that information is in the description below. Feel free to comment. I would absolutely love to hear your thoughts and feelings and current experiences during this crazy time of like sun flares, the super moon, the Auroras lights, the 2 interstellar comets flying through. There's a lot going on collectively, and I would love to hear what you think, what you feel, and what you are also experiencing individually in your life. So anyways, take care, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for your time.